Former AEW International Champion Rey Fenix reportedly officially signs with WWE as teasers continue to air on SmackDown ahead of his imminent WWE TV arrival. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns is now official for WrestleMania after last night's SmackDown closing angle brawl between the three. Several injuries have been confirmed to the TNA roster following Sacrifice and the TV tapings that followed. An update on Sami Zayn's WWE television absence. Karrion Kross has been announced for Josh Barnett's Bloodsport over WrestleMania week. WWE announces return of the 2025 Slammy Awards. More details on Alexa Bliss's recent absence from WWE television. Details on the original plans for Goldberg's WWE retirement match. Several matches have been confirmed for next week's edition of SmackDown. And we've got more details on the lack of plans for former New Japan Pro Wrestling star Hikuleo in WWE NXT. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Let's begin with Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix is officially signed, according to a new report from Fightful Select Espanol. It was pretty much a foregone conclusion after vignettes aired on last week's SmackDown hinting at him. Of course, they aired last night, and it was very obvious that it was Rey Fenix, wasn't it? But Fightful Select has confirmed that Fenix has indeed officially signed with the company. The plan as of now, as you could have guessed with the vignettes over the last 2 weeks, is to debut him on the SmackDown brand, though Fightful say they haven't heard as to when. Fenix was getting his medicals done in recent weeks. Fenix procured his release from AEW recently, and Fightful were told that he isn't expected to speak heavily on his falling out there, same as Penta. The two were in contact with WWE last year, leading to their relationships with AEW souring, and of course there were issues on his exit, but now that's official. He's gone from AEW and he has officially put pen to paper on his WWE contract. It's now been officially confirmed as well, a big star-studded triple threat match for WrestleMania 41. WWE took a trip to Bologna, Italy for an episode of Friday Night SmackDown last night, and the show ended in an explosive manner. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk closed out the event, all being under one roof for the first time since Reigns interfered in the steel cage match between Rollins and Punk on Monday Night Raw from Madison Square Garden a few weeks ago. Reigns and Rollins traded some words at first until CM Punk made his entrance. Punk threw out some fighting words of his own before thanking Paul Heyman for bringing his tribal chief out and putting him on a silver platter. Reigns confusingly looked at Heyman, allowing Punk to hit him with a microphone from behind. This prompted a big pull-apart brawl between all three men. During the melee, CM Punk, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins all individually took a turn to point to the WrestleMania 41 sign. Shortly following the end of SmackDown, WWE took to social media to officially announce that CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins was set for WrestleMania 41 at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. This adds to a growing list of matches confirmed, including Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton, which was also confirmed last night on SmackDown 2. Now, a bit of an update here when it comes to injuries on the TNA Wrestling roster. TNA Wrestling recently wrapped up their latest major event, Sacrifice, on March 14th, which was then followed up by a TNA Impact tapings on March 15th. The Sacrifice event saw a steel cage match in the main event, a ladder match to determine the TNA X Division champion, and some of the hardest-hitting matches the company has produced so far this year. With that in mind, the list of injuries coming out of TNA's trip to El Paso, Texas was extensive, and in the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer broke down the list in detail. To start, the current TNA Tag Team Champions, Matt and Jeff Hardy, both suffered their own separate bumps and bruises during their respective matches. Matt reportedly suffered a deviated septum during his involvement in the 10-man Tag Team Steel Cage match, the main event of the show, while Jeff injured his lower body during his ladder match with Moose for the TNA X Division Championship, who also suffered a hip injury. While those three men are out of action for now, a number of stars suffered injuries that they can all wrestle through. For example, Alicia Edwards was in concussion protocol after her involvement in the aforementioned ladder match, but has since been cleared to return to the ring. Li Ying Li suffered a perforated eardrum during her loss to Tessa Blanchard, but can still compete, as can Mike Santana, who injured his left hand during his match with Mustafa Ali. Speaking of Ali, he reportedly dislocated his jaw during his match with Santana, but realigned it and picked up the victory in the process before taking to social media after the event to show off some of the other scars he picked up during his match. Speaking of absences from television, Sami Zayn. Just where is the former Intercontinental Champion? Sami Zayn hasn't been seen on WWE television since his brutal loss to Kevin Owens in an unsanctioned match at the Elimination Chamber PLE on March 1st. But reports indicate that Zayn is fine after the vicious bout. According to Fightful Select, the word backstage was that Zayn requested time off, but the outlet wasn't sure if this had to do with Zayn observing Ramadan, a holy month for Muslims. During Ramadan, those who observe usually fast between dawn and dusk, which could be difficult during WWE's ongoing European tour and travel. Zayn and Owens fought in a brutal match that saw the use of trash cans, tables, the ring bell, a chair wrapped in barbed wire, and more. Owens was able to secure the victory after multiple powerbombs on the ring apron before getting Zayn back inside the ring to pin him for the win. Prior to the match, Zayn and Owens had been feuding for weeks, and Zayn even took to WWE's second ever package pile driver from his best friend, a move that had been banned in the company for years. There was no report on when Zayn could be back on WWE programming, and he's currently not involved in a storyline from match going into WrestleMania 41 in 4 weeks. Of course, there is a possibility he could be involved in Kevin Owens' match against Randy Orton, which was confirmed last night on SmackDown. Now, the continuation of WWE superstars wrestling at indie shows over WrestleMania week is going to continue. Another WWE star has been announced for a GCW independent event set to take place during WrestleMania 41 week, with Raw stars Natalya and Pete Dunne previously announced for Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 13. Another WWE name has been added to the lineup for April 17th. It has now been confirmed that Karrion Kross will be in action at the GCW event, marking Kross's return to the independent promotion. Josh Barnett announced Kross for the event on X, sharing a graphic which can be seen on the screen. Barnett also shared the following preview for the WWE Superstars appearance. He said, quote, "A man from the very beginning of Josh Barnett's Bloodsport is coming back to hone his killer instinct. What better place in the world than the kill or be killed match of Bloodsport 13? Say hello again to Karrion Kross." Now, Bloodsport events are unique, featuring matches which take place in ropeless rings, which can only end via knockout or submission. Kross is no stranger to Bloodsport, with the current WWE star facing Davey Boy Smith Jr. at Josh Barnett's Bloodsport in April 2019 and defeating Nick Gage at Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 2 that September. Now, let's talk about the Slammies. The Slammies are on their way back to WWE. In 2024, WWE decided to bring back the Slammy Awards, where the promotion's top talent is recognized for their achievements and milestones throughout the previous year. Following the success of the 2024 awards ceremony, WWE announced on Friday morning that the Slammies will be making a return for the second consecutive year in a row. The 2025 Slammies, the Fans' Choice Awards, will stream live from WWE World and will be available to watch on WWE social media platforms on Sunday, April 20th. Former WWE Champion Big E and Kathy Kelly will host the event and will help present the following awards: Female Superstar of the Year, Male Superstar of the Year, Most Memorable Entrance, OMG Moment of the Year, Faction of the Year, Tag Team of the Year, Rivalry of the Year, NXT Superstar of the Year, Match of the Year, WTF Moment of the Year, Social Star of the Year, and Breakout Superstar of the Year. Some notable nominees for Female Superstar of the Year include Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and Tiffany Stratton, all of whom have been Women's Champion over the past year. In addition, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins have also been nominated for Male Superstar of the Year. CM Punk's 9-month feud with Drew McIntyre is up for Rivalry of the Year, as well as Kevin Owens' pursuit of Rhodes' undisputed WWE Championship throughout last fall. There is also 11 nominees for Match of the Year, with Reigns vs. Rhodes from WrestleMania 40, Punk and McIntyre's Hell in a Cell match from Bad Blood, and Morgan vs. Ripley at SummerSlam being some of the most memorable options. Let's talk about Alexa Bliss. Just what is going on with the former Women's Champion? Alexa Bliss has been back on WWE programming since February 1st following her return at the Royal Rumble, but Bliss has been absent from TV in recent weeks, having not appeared on Friday Night SmackDown since Elimination Chamber in early March. Dave Meltzer has reported in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that the belief is Bliss is off TV and she is scheduled to come back when the Wyatt Six return to WWE programming on SmackDown, suggesting her absence could simply be due to creative. Whether Bliss's absence from SmackDown is also related to WWE's current European tour is unknown. It has been teased since she returned in February that Bliss will be connected to the Wyatt Six in some manner. The Wyatt Six have been gone from WWE programming since late 2024 due to Uncle Howdy / Bo Dallas suffering an injury, although the Wyatt Six leader has reportedly since been cleared to return. There is no word on if Alexa Bliss will have a role at WrestleMania 41, but the former Raw Women's Champion won't be involved at the company's WWE World Convention over WrestleMania weekend. Fanatics announced this week that Bliss would no longer be attending the convention. Goldberg, he's been talking a lot about his retirement match, hasn't he, coming up later this year. And the original plans for Goldberg's retirement match have been revealed. Following his return to WWE at Bad Blood 2024, during which he had a confrontation with Gunther that failed to turn physical after security intervened, it was noted that WWE had agreed to host Goldberg's retirement match. The Bad Blood angle would have led to Goldberg's retirement match, with Dave Meltzer reporting in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that Goldberg was planned to face Gunther in his final bout, likely after Gunther dropped the World Heavyweight Championship. Whether that match is still on the cards is unknown, but Goldberg stated earlier this week that Goldberg versus Gunther would be logical and a passing of the torch in a way. Goldberg's retirement match was scheduled to take place in the summer of 2025, but the WWE Hall of Famer noted in recent days that he was no longer sure when the match would be held. The 58-year-old is close to being cleared for an in-ring return after undergoing stem cell treatment. Goldberg has not wrestled since a loss to Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber in 2022. He did reportedly hold talks with All Elite Wrestling at some point, but those talks ultimately broke down. Now, several matches have been confirmed for next week's edition of Friday Night SmackDown, of course, on USA Network in the United States and airing on Netflix internationally. We will have a watch-along and a post-show for that show, so be sure to join us there live here on YouTube. LA Knight will defend his WWE United States Championship against Braun Strowman next Friday on SmackDown. Strowman earned the title shot by defeating Jacob Fatu via disqualification on the March 21st episode of WWE SmackDown last night. Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga interfered in the match between Strowman and Fatu to cause the DQ. Knight made the save for Strowman. The WWE Tag Team Championships will also be defended as the Street Profits, that being Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, will face Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly earned their shot on the March 7th episode of SmackDown. Plus, Drew McIntyre is set to appear, and he welcomes Damian Priest to join him after he laid up Priest on Friday's episode of the show. And finally, what is going on with Hikuleo in WWE? Well, back in 2024, July specifically of that year, it was reported that WWE had signed Hikuleo, with many tipping him to join the ever-expanding Bloodline storyline. However, the star, who is the son of wrestling legend Haku, is yet to appear on television. His signing came off the likes of Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu had made a huge impact on the main roster. Surprisingly, it was reported in September of last year that Hikuleo was listed internally as being part of the NXT roster, seemingly confirming he wouldn't be making his debut on the main roster. But several months on, his status still remains unclear. Reporting in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer stated that Hikuleo continues to train in Orlando, but the decision has not yet been made to use him on NXT. Quote, "We keep asking about Hikuleo. He is under contract and has been training in Orlando. The decision has simply been made not to use him in NXT at this time. Years ago, they had the same mentality with Strowman, where he wasn't featured much. He did make cameos and group scenes in NXT, so as to debut him with impact on the main roster." Now, while WWE seemingly has no plans for Hikuleo, it has been claimed that Lance Anoa'i might not make the grade. According to a report, there's been some criticism of the former MLW star backstage, leading to rumblings they might never reach the standard required. Anoa'i signed with the company back in the summer of last year, even though he was dealing with an injury. At the time, it was noted that the undisclosed issue would keep him out of action until well into 2025. But there you go, guys. The latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe button right-hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right-hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.